Dear grade 12 students, welcome to today's English lesson. This is reading 3B part 1. Let's get started. There are three objectives to consider for today's lesson. The first one, recognize the type of the text. The second one, identify the purpose of the text. And finally, analyze the text in details. Now I want you to take some time, read the question and answer. Pause the video now. Well, if someone does something nice for me without expecting anything in return, this would make me feel surprised and grateful at the same time. And through these simple acts of kindness, I will restore my trust, my faith in human nature. Overall, these acts of kindness make me a better human being. Here is one more question for you to think about. Pause the video and answer. The question is asking you if you've done anything to help other people without expecting anything in return. So, can you list some situations in which you've helped someone? For me, I have done a lot of things. These include helping some friends with their studies to do well in the exams. I have also helped an elderly couple take their shopping bags to their car. Now, it's time for you to tell me about the good things you've done to help other people. Now, it's time for you to open your books on page 44. And I want you to tell me, what is the type of the text? Can you tell me? Excellent. It is an article. So, what makes you think that it is an article? Well, it has a title, and it is dealing with a topic that is non-fictional. It's something that's real. It's divided into paragraphs. Great job. Where can you find articles? Okay, we can find articles in magazines and on the internet. Well, now I want you to take a look at this picture from page 44. What can you see? Excellent. We can see pieces of a puzzle, and we can see the verb contribute. So both the puzzle and the word reveal the same message. So why do you think the writer chose his picture to include piece of a puzzle? Because it shows that together a lot can be achieved. So if everyone makes a simple contribution, we can achieve big things. Different ways of contributing things include charity giving, sponsorship, and donations. Well done. Moving on, what is the title of the text? Yes, it is Mystery Heroes. What does this title refer to? The word mystery means unknown. Okay, so the title refers to people who make contributions through different acts of charity, but they do this without revealing their names. They do this anonymously. Moving on to exercise B. I want you to read the question and choose the best answer. Please pause the video now. Well, the question is asking you about the purpose of the article. What do we have in this article? Excellent. We have 3 different acts of kindness. And if you read the second line in paragraph 1, the writer stated, I made it my mission to search for and bring some of these stories to my readers' attention and remind them of the goodness that exists in human nature. So which of these do you think is the answer to the question? Excellent. This is option A. Moving on to exercise C. As you've noticed, there are 6 missing sentences in the passage. And here are 7 sentences to choose from to fill each of the 6 missing sentences. Please pause the video and match the statements to their appropriate places in the article. Well, which sentence best fits this space? Excellent. This is sentence D. Why? Because sentence D justifies the sentence that comes before it. People feel disappointed because they focus on the negative things. The sentence that follows sentence D is a result of sentence D. Because people focus on the negative things, the writer made it his mission to search and bring some of the stories that shows human kindness. What about the second space? Excellent. C is the best sentence to fill in this space. And why? Because it's adding more meaning to the previous sentence. So we can find kind people everywhere. And what's amazing is when people go to extraordinary lengths to help other strangers. Excellent. I've got one more question for you in here. What does the word so in here refer to? What does it refer to? Well, to answer this question, we need to read the sentence that comes before it, and this is sentence C. What is amazing, though, is when a person goes to extraordinary lengths to help a complete stranger. It is even more so when they do not want their identity ever to be revealed. So what does the word so refer to? Excellent. It refers to amazing. It is even more amazing when people do not want their identity to be revealed. Great job. Now, which sentence best fits space 3? Let's read. I only wish I could express my appreciation in person. The kidney donor opted to remain unknown. So, what is the answer? Excellent. This is sentence A. The sentence that follows A is the reason that resulted in sentence A itself. So, this, however, is something Mike will never get a chance to do because the donor chose to be anonymous. Well done. I've got one more question for you. What does the word this refer to? This is sentence A in this space. Let's read the statement that comes before it. I only wish I could express my appreciation in person. Could wish to express my thanks. So this refers to wonderful. It refers to expressing his appreciation to the donor. Moving on to the next paragraph, gap 4 is already answered, and sentence G best fits gap 4 because it includes the main idea of the paragraph. Now, what about gap 5? Wonderful. Sentence B best fits gap 5, but why? Because the sentence that follows gap 5 explains sentence B. Let's read together. However, his heroic act has proven to be an inspiration to others. After that incident, after the heroic act and the whole situation, Ian didn't want to feel helpless again. So this situation acted like an inspiration to Ian. I've got one more question for you to answer. What does his heroic act refer to? What is the heroic act? Do you know? Great job. It is dragging the driver out of the car and performing a CPR. Who did that? Excellent. The teenage boy did that, while everyone stood by watching. I want you to tell me what is a CPR. I will tell you what is a CPR. A CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and it is a set of skills that can restore oxygenated blood flow to someone whose heart has stopped beating properly. So without the help of the teenage boy, maybe the driver could have died. So, which sentence best fits the last space? Well done. This is sentence F. Why? Because the sentence that comes before it includes that someone had already paid for Dave's food, and this small act of kindness is referred to in sentence F as the simple gesture, which had a big influence on Dave. Now I want you to pause the video and answer these questions. Well, through these stories, the writer wanted to remind the reader of the goodness in human nature. About kindness, the writer says that it comes in all shapes and sizes, and the writer still believes that it's easy to find kind-hearted people around us. Well, now pause the video to answer these questions as well. Okay, Mike suffers from kidney failure. He wishes to find the donor and thank him, but he would never be able to do that because the donor chose to keep himself unknown. Here are some more questions for you to answer. Please pause the video now. Well, last year, Ian witnessed a 4-car pileup, a big accident. Ian and the other bystanders couldn't do anything to help the man. This accident made Ian feel helpless, and this made him think that he didn't want to feel helpless again. Here are some more questions for you to answer. Pause the video now. Well, Dave had lost his job and he had a negative attitude towards life. At this point, someone paid for his food, for his sandwich, and this behavior made him have a more positive attitude towards life. Moving on to a new set of questions, I want you to read these statements and decide whether they are true, false, or not mentioned. Please pause the video and answer. Well, the first statement is excellent. It is false. Why? Because in paragraph 1, lines 3 and 4, we have kindness comes in all shapes and sizes. So it's not only through giving money. Mike is a grateful person. What do you think? Wonderful. This is true because he wishes to express his appreciation in person to the kidney donor. Moving on. The kidney donor was a dying person. What do you think? Excellent. This is false. Why? Because the donation had come from a completely healthy person, and this is stated in paragraph 2, line 3. Mike Lewis is a poor man. We don't have anything to support this statement or suggest the opposite, so is not mentioned. Moving on, pause the video and answer. Well, Ian saw 4 different car accidents last year. If you refer to paragraph 3, line 1, it goes like a 4-car pileup, and this means a big accident in which 4 cars are involved. And this makes sentence 1, yes, this is false. Not 4 different car accidents. 1 person passed away in the accident. This is false. No one passed away. Some of the drivers got cuts and bruises, while 1 driver fainted, but no one died. And this is line 2 and 3 in paragraph 3. Ian was inspired by the teenager. Who is the teenager? What did he do? Yes, he was the one who performed a CPR to the driver who fainted, and Ian was inspired by him, and this is true. The last one, the ambulance took a lot of time to arrive. We don't have anything to prove this statement, so it is not mentioned. I want you to read this question and answer. Please pause the video now. Well, the question goes like, how does the writer end the article? So, from the last paragraph, what is there? Well, next time you feel disappointed, in here he is addressing the reader, you. And in the last couple of lines, after all, there are more mystery heroes out there than you can imagine, and who knows, you might be the next one. So the writer is implicitly calling for action, so he wants the reader to help others whenever they can. Here is one last question to think about. What do the 3 stories have in common? So what do you think? Excellent. The heroes in the three stories are unknown. They are anonymous. They chose not to reveal their names. What else is common? We have that the help they provided, the heroes provided, changed the lives of the receivers, of those who received the help. Now we should know how to recognize the type of text, identify the purpose of text, and analyze the text in details. This is the end of today's reading lesson. Thanks for watching, and remember, this video will always be available on Microsoft Teams for you to watch at any time.